This is Digging Deeper with At the Coalface, and this week's episode is thanks to Coal Australia, a not-for-profit membership organisation representing the people and companies committed to building a secure future for Australian coal. Sign up to be part of the community at coalaustralia.com. And here's your host, Jessica Rouse.
Now, on this episode of Digging Deeper with At the Coalface, we're catching up with Legg. Now, Hannah is the CEO of Her Engineering. She's also a fitter mechanist, a plant mechanic, an auto electrician. You're so many things, Hannah.
Yeah, there's a bit going on.
I love it though. So how many trades have we got?
3 trades and a cert 4 and full power.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so accomplished. I mean, all of that would only be working to your benefit.
Yeah, so I can be more of a valuable asset to my business. So yeah.
That's awesome. So where did all of this start for you? What prompted you to want to move into, I don't know, the first one of these things?
Yeah, well, I always wanted to be a machinist because I raced dirt bikes. I loved them, but I'd pull apart engines, everything with my dad and my brother and mum, and I just was so fascinated with how things are made and like how everything is just what it is. And like they're making something out of nothing and they're turning it into an engine. So I got a little bit, fascinated in that aspect. And my brother, he's a fitter machinist too, and the stuff that he'd come home with was phenomenal. It just blew me out of the water. So I was like, yeah, that's where I want to go. And and then I seen, the money of being a tradesperson as well. I was like, this is, I'll be financially stable. So and my dad always said, get a trade. So
Exactly. The longevity of having a trade, you're set for life.
Oh, 100%. I couldn't agree more. Honestly, you're set for life and you don't have to stop at one. Like, I'm a clear example of that.
That's exactly right. So we figured out while we were talking that we both went to the same high school, which is crazy.
Small world.
Such a small world. So what was it when you were at high school? When did you start sort of putting those feelers out?
Yeah, well, around about year 8, year 9, I got into the metalwork, the woodwork. You'd be using wood lathes, woodworking lathes and everything, and that was cool. But then I don't know, the metal of it, like you're making stuff that we were doing on at school was pretty cool. And then I got a bit more eager to be, a really good applicant for apprenticeship. So I was like, I'm going to see what else I can do because, there's blokes doing more than me. So I was like, rightio, I'm going to go out and just learn more. Just to see if I really want to fit in this industry. And so I went and done pre-apprenticeship course at TAFE on Tuesday night. So I went there, and that's usually the night that everyone, like apprentices themselves, go in and catch up or get ahead. So I got to really liaise with apprentices and pick their brains, and it was really good.
That's awesome. So take me through what happened sort of after that.
So after that, I applied for apprenticeship, and back then it was not many women were in this industry, so it was hard to get an apprenticeship, so I kept striving for more. Then got to year 10, and I had finished the pre-apprenticeship course that I was doing at TAFE, and then I still didn't get an apprenticeship. So then I seen Hunter Trade College, was I think it was its second year of running when I went there.
Okay.
And so I went there because I could get more exposure to work experience, and even their workshops there are just out of this world. It's really good. So I learned a lot there, and got my first year out of my apprenticeship going to that school to year 11. Well, I went there year 11 hoping to get an apprenticeship. Year 11, done so much work experience over multiple companies across everywhere in the valley. Then I didn't get an apprenticeship, and then I, applied, went to year 12, and then, got to year 12, got my HSC, my first year out of it, being a fitter machinist, and then got my start with King's Engineering that year. So, so 2010, I moved over to I agreed to start first year again with them. So even though I was already passed out on qualifications and that, it was good to just be, have my head wrapped around everything and go in there. And because machining is such a a very dangerous trade. Like they're all dangerous, but yeah, to be wrapped up in lathe is not what we want. So
No.
yeah, so I was very cautious, and
Yeah.
and still to this day I would think of my like supervisor, and I think, how did you trust me? Like to walk away and trust me to spin
Yeah.
this lathe? It was just it blew me out of the water that he had so much faith in me.
All that
Yeah.
trust. That's a good feeling, though.
Yeah. So yeah, I done 11 years with King's
Yeah,
Engineering.
yeah.
Yeah, and being a fitter machinist, I got my Cert 4 fluid power because I like making hydraulic cylinders. I wanted to learn how to test them and
Yeah.
be able to understand like with fluid power in general. So yeah, then I done my Cert 4 whilst going out on site every Saturday. So I worked 6 days a week for God knows how long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so I could get on site, be a machinist during the week, get on site
Yeah.
on Saturday, and be able to put that into place.
Yeah.
Cert 4, and then I went and done my plant mechanic upgrade. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I went to West Track with that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was really good training facility there, because they have the equipment on site.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can go out there and actually jump on a truck, with a skid steer, excavator, anything.
Yeah.
And be able to be really on that machine, as
Yeah.
well as engines, pulling apart engines and whatnot. But that was really good. So yeah, done my plant mechanic upgrade there, and then and then from there I was very eager to learn more about hydraulic excavators.
Yeah.
So the 9800 at Rick's Creek was what made me fall in love with them. It's a Liebherr, and yeah, I just was blown away with how just the engineering in it was just outrageous. And yeah, so then I thought, I want to go and learn more. So I applied for a job at Liebherr, and I left King's and went and worked for Liebherr for just shy of 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I started my own business. So yeah, then her engineering come into play.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah.
I'm going to backtrack a tiny bit for anyone who's going, what does a fitter mechanist do? What does she mean? What does she do? What did a normal day look like for you at King's, for instance?
Yeah.
Dumb it down.
Yeah, so a normal day being a machinist was like, so you got there, you started, always had a cup of tea, so I always got there half an hour earlier, and sat there with the OGs, the ones that have been there forever and a day, and picked their
taking it all
brains, taking it all in, having a cup of tea, and then then we'd have our pre-start like any other place.
Yeah.
Then we get our job cards, being like, this is what we need to be done. These are rush jobs. This is what you need to get done in this time frame.
Yeah.
Being a machinist is very stressful. Yeah, it's very full on, but it was just no day was the same.
Yeah.
Being on the manual side, that's for sure. And and then we punch out them jobs, float around. If another job come in for a rush, sometimes you'd be there doing overtime, and
Yeah.
then and then pack up, head home, do it all again.
Yeah. That's so were you one of the only females sort of on
Yeah.
too?
Yeah, so I was the first female to become a tradeswoman in 93 years.
Wow.
Yeah. The company had been around for quite some time.
Yeah.
And 93 years I was the first female to be a tradesperson for King's Engineering, and it was an honour to be able to be that first lady. But I didn't think myself any different though. Like I was still just one of the boys, but
Yeah, that's it.
yeah. But I learned so much there. Like there was and it was so good to see that after my apprenticeship, like after I'd finished, there were more women coming in, and it was so beautiful to see so
That's
many
awesome.
more women, and they were intrigued as I was. They were willing to give it a go, and from my understanding, I'm pretty sure they're still there. So
Yeah. That's
it's a great company to work for. Yeah.
What do you think it was that, or I guess was or is, that there aren't many women who want to do what you did? Do you think it's that scared of the industry or worried, or that general curiosity wasn't there?
Yeah, probably the general curiosity maybe, but like a lot of women, and men too, don't know about machining. Like the stuff that you can do. And when you start explaining, like even to apprentices now, I explain to them, what I can fix, what I can repair, and
Yeah.
they're just like, oh wow, that's friggin' unreal.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I just think it's it is a dying trade, and it's sad to see because it is such a needed one. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, but yeah, it's with like the women's side of things, they didn't think they were strong enough, or didn't think that they would be able to be smart enough to do it. That was one of the big things my friend said to me. She said, I don't think I'd be strong enough. And I was like, there's always like mechanical aids to help you,
Yeah.
people around you, like working as a team. Like there's always something that can help you, and leverage is your best friend. And
Exactly.
yeah, and she's like, oh, I don't think I'd be smart enough. I wasn't good at maths and all this. And I'm like I wasn't the best either, but when you start putting all that into play and making something out of nothing, it just
Yeah.
it gets you so, oh, I understand it now. Like it makes you remember everything about it, and like, understanding, Pythagoras theorem and trigonometry, and I
Yeah.
never thought I'd understand sin cos tan. I'd be like, oh, I don't understand
Those words
that.
are vaguely familiar from maths in high school.
Yeah, and then it comes so needed in this
Yeah.
trade. So yeah, and now it's a walk in the park. So
Yeah.
yeah, I remember my foreman Johnny. He was an absolute legend. He said to me, "Everything's easier when you know how," and I was like, because it was a struggle to be able to wrap your head around everything with machining. And I was like, yeah, no worries, mate. And then he said to me, Hen, I'm going to pull you up. He's like, you drive a manual car? I said, yeah, mate, I do. And he goes, so was it hard when you first started driving a manual car? You stalled it and you stalled it? And I said, yeah, buddy, if I did. And he goes, but now you can drive it without thinking. It becomes second nature to you. And I said, yeah, it does. And that's when it just, I don't know, it just all flipped, like clicked to me. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's going to be hard. I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail again. And I'll learn from the mistakes, and just, it'll, like you said, it'll become second nature to me. And it has. Like,
Did.
like I tried to teach my dad a couple of things out in the machine shop the other day, and he's just like, God, you're smart. I'm like, Dad, it's easy. It's easy. I'll show you.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. And then, and then he was like, oh, you're right. I was
There
like,
you
yeah,
go.
when it's all put out in play, it's easy to understand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you mentioned her engineering. Let's talk about that. What
Yeah.
prompted you to go, okay, I'm going to start my own business?
Yeah, well, yeah, this like, so I lost a loved one in my family. I always said to my little nephew, I'm gonna start my business one day. Like one day I'm gonna do it, mate. And he's like, oh, that'd be so good, that'd be so good. And then unfortunately I lost him, my best mate, and I thought, you know what? Fuck it, it's time to do it. Let's do
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
Like, I'm not waiting around, life is too short. Let's give it a go. And my husband as well pushed me because he could see the potential I had. He was backing me, which is really good. And he's like, come on, and I know you can do it. It'll be everything you've ever dreamed of.
Yeah.
You just need to start doing it. There's no right time. There's no like, oh, I'm gonna wait for this date, because I'll have this in place. And he's like, get out of that mindset. Just get in and do it. And I
Yeah.
was like, you're right. And honestly, as soon as I did, WestTrac were like, all right, we want you to mentor our apprentices, but we want you to have a vendor with her engineering at WestTrac. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I thought vendors were hard to get. And
Yeah.
like they are. They are hard. And to be able to sit there and explain your business and what you can give them, but to be able to get that offered to me was just, yeah, it was a privilege. And yeah, when I got that, I was like, radio. And then my best friend Tani was like, because she knew I was so intrigued with trains, like, I didn't want to be all about mining. I wanted to be able to be versatile and branch out. And I was so interested because she showed me like the tampers, the regulators, and everything. And I was so cool. They are unreal. Anyway, she said, right, come over to Swatelski Rail. And I sat with her boss, Anne, and we sat down and we were talking. And they said, radio, we want you to refurb these machines. We want you to be breakdown fitter on rail shutdowns. And I was like, wow, this is outrageous.
Yeah.
And then, I got my really good mate, Adzi, to come over with me, so he subcontracted with me, and we were there now, had a vendor with Swatelski Rail, and we're helping them out, and that was unreal. Those shutdowns were so cool. And then with her engineering, I thought, why not stop? And then with I was at Tees Mount Pleasant, and they wanted me to come over. Like I'd left there when I started the business, working on the rail, and I was working at Mount Owen too. Absolutely loved it. It was so good there, such a great pit. And then Mount Pleasant were like, hey, we want you back, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And then moved back over there, went back, and and then they put me in reliability seat for their tier 1 equipment for hydraulic excavators and drills. So reliability there for them. So I'm full-time equivalent there. Reliability for them as well, breakdown fitter, special projects, and so it's all one big thing. No day's the same, and it's pretty full on. And then and then I started the machine shop too. So her engineering has the machine shop, and that's going bigger than I thought it would. So and it just goes to show your reputation. Uphold yourself,
Exactly right.
Yeah.
It would be such a nice feeling to know that you've done the right thing, you've moved in the right direction, to have people come to you and say, hey, we want you to come do this, we want you to come do that.
Yeah, because I always said to myself, like, when people ask you, oh, what do you want your superpower to be? I always thought I'd love to look at a machine and like see what's wrong with it, like visually see, like that would be a superpower. It'd be so cool. But I like sat back and thought, that's what we do now. Like that's diagnosing and everything. It is a superpower.
100% it is.
Yeah, and it's pretty full on. And I thought, you know what? Like I'd love to be that person where somebody goes, I want, Hannah. Let's get Hannah in here. Let's get her to do it. Like just having that reputation to be that first call name, or one of the names on that list, to just be, we need her. Like she understands this machine, she understands this unit. Like let's get her to jump on it, or vice versa. Like I want her to come over here and work. It's all about reputation. And being respectful too. So
exactly.
Yeah.
It goes a long way. I feel like that's something we really need to reiterate to young people these days is, you need to be curious and be kind and, present yourself well to gain a reputation like you have.
And resilience too.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have hard days. Days are going to be, some days are going to be shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you just need to know there's always going to be a better day. Like, it's always going to get better. And one thing for me when, like, grief set in when I lost, my nephew, it was work. Like, work helped me get through because of my team. Like, being a team player and having those people around you, it was just, worth its weight in gold.
Yeah. That's so good. So with the machine shop, what are you doing? What does that entail for you?
Yeah, so the machine shop has a lot of things come in. I'm not predominantly mining, it's agricultural, rail, everything, like bits and bobs. I have customers coming in saying, hey, I can't buy this part, can you make it? And I'm like, yeah, no worries. That's no worries at all. And they're like, oh shit, I didn't think you could. So that's really, they're testing those little tiny unique jobs. But they're really fun. I videoed one and put it up on Instagram. Heaps of people were like, that is so cool. I didn't understand you could do that. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to do more of these.
Yeah, exactly.
But I have a couple of contracts with big businesses that want me to do. So it's not just about parts. It's about like refurbishing and fixing the component. So to be able to re-sleeve or make it into a new component, to be able to repair and understand what tolerances and everything that we need to work with bearings that we need to have in there. So it's non-stop. I was in the workshop I think about till midnight last night, and then and then back up early. But it's fun though. Like it's everyone's like, oh, you work so much, and I'm like, yeah, but I enjoy it. It's so much fun. Like machining is really, really fun.
Have you ever been given a job or a task that's made you go, oh shit, hang on, I don't really know what to do here?
Like I was even surprised with myself the other day. I had a bloke give me a job and I wasn't writing anything down. I was just listening to him and understanding. Like I put little paint markers on the job of like what was wrong and whatnot. And I was like overwhelmed with how big this job was. But I was like, oh, I don't let that get to you. I know. I was just casually talking to him, just having a good yarn. And then and then I went home and then it all sunk in and I was just like, how did I remember all that? Like,
Yeah.
how did I take all that in and then be able to give him exactly what he wanted? Like, yeah, it's all about, coming second nature to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but no, I've had a job where I'm like, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
But yeah, just keep it simple, stupid was the best asset that any teacher or any person has taught
Yeah.
me. Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. The
Yeah.
KISS method, they
Yeah,
call it.
exactly. Applies to everything.
Everything, absolutely everything, and organization. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like, yeah, when that job, it was a big job, starting to pull it apart and be like, rightio, this tolerance isn't right.
Yeah.
I need to do that, but I was just laying it out, making notes, and just being organization was
Yeah.
just got me through. And then you look back at it and you're like, oh shit, I did that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, it's good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And what would you say would have been your favorite thing to work? The Liebherr would be your favorite.
Yeah, so I love hydraulic excavators, but I love drills too, like machining all the stuff and parts for drills
Yeah.
is fascinating and
Yeah.
very tangles your mind up a little bit, but I love it. And like all the hard diagnostics
Yeah.
and everything, like it, I thrive on it.
That's so good.
Yeah, like when people say, well, I get a bit anxious about it, like I don't think I can do it, like I don't know. When I get anxious, I'm like,
That drives you.
Yeah, it drives me. And like, I know I'm scared, and
Yeah.
like, fear is drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's so good. And all the hard work that you've put in, and the relationships that you've built, you have been nominated for a couple of awards,
Yeah.
which has been awesome with New South Wales Mining. Tell us about those.
Yeah. So it blew me away to just even be nominated, to be recognized for such an outstanding award. When 2021, pretty sure, was the outstanding tradeswoman / operator. And I got nominated for that, and I was just, I had a bit of a tear, and I was like, wow, like my work has nominated me for this. My foreman Shane, he spoke highly of me, and I speak highly of him. And my supervisor Phil was like, helped me get to where I am today. Like they both have, and Johnny, and to have them be able to recognize me for this award just brought tears to my eyes. It was real heartfelt, but it was really, really good. And then then to win it was holy shit. It was outrageous. And then the New South Wales Women in Mining team as well were blown away, and I kept chatting to them, and they're incredible women. Like,
Oh gosh.
being able to meet all these outstanding women and just to be in a room with them all was just, I felt so privileged to think there's so much knowledge in this room, and they're women. Like it was crazy. And then I went to nationals for it, and a lady won the national award, and she blew me out of the water. She was incredible. I was so amazed with what she'd done, and and what she still does to this date. And but they made me highly commended. So I won that award, and that was a win, a massive win in itself.
100%.
And then to win in 2024 Exceptional Young Woman of the Year. But for my own business, but I was nominated by others. Like, it wasn't me who nominated, then it was, and then being able to write down what I've done and put it all on a piece of paper, I was like, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
But and then to be recognized for my company and myself, and be up there in Sydney and all that knowledge in the room with all those men and women was just blew me away. It was really, really great. And and then we went out and done karaoke after it. It was the best night of my life.
Nothing bonds people like karaoke.
It was so good. And then I went to the nationals in Canberra for that. And I didn't win that one. Another outstanding woman won it. But to stand up there on stage next to all these big companies, like $1 million, $1 billion companies, and I'm standing there for her engineering was a win in itself. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're so accomplished, and you can tell you're so accomplished, and you can tell how passionate, how much you love it,
Thank
which
you.
is just so nice to see.
Yeah, I love it. It's I don't know. I was just brought up to like I had an accident back in 2012, and it I fractured my skull. I had bleeding on the brain,
Oh.
and I forgot a lot about my past. But then it's all back with me now. But it was a hard process to get through. And that sort of showed me that like I said, like life's too short, like and I didn't want to sit at home. Like I was sitting at home mending, and I hated it. I wanted to be out, but I had to let my body recover.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I could just see so much in working that, I just, you're like, I was like, yeah, I do enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
where I thought I started it, I liked it, I enjoyed it, and it was for me. But then having that accident was just like, like a kick in the guts pretty well to be like, yeah, this is me. Like, this is what I want, and I love it. I love what I do. So, and then I come back bigger and better and stronger, and
Exactly.
the team, like, foreman and supervisor and everything, they were really kind to me, slowly drifting me back into it, and then I was unstoppable. Like I was, where's the overtime? Where's the overtime?
Yeah.
They're like,
I want to know.
Safety here. We can't go over your hours. Like, true. But it was really good. They could see how keen I was to be able to go on site and learn that. And then even like on site supervisors there were, radio, we want you to learn about these diggers. We want you to come in and be on a 2,000-hour service.
Yeah.
Where before I was running around getting the hours in the pit, learning all different type of machines and the flow of the mine itself. And like sometimes days are too short.
Yeah.
There's not enough time in the day, but I try and take advantage of every minute I can. Yeah.
What would your best piece of advice be for maybe a young girl who's interested in moving into the industry that you're in?
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of people say to me, what would you be your best advice? And I'd have to say just, show that you're passionate and come into it with, headstrong to be like, I want to learn, and show initiative. Like, come into, don't, one thing that I was told was don't stand with your hands in your pocket. And, so I never have. But and just, like I've heard of everyone, ask questions, which is big hitter for me. Like I always, and also just watch and observe too. Like being a machinist, there was a bloke in front of me, and he was so quick at what he did, and I was like, why am I so slow? And I was just like, poking my head over, like, what are you using? What tool's that? And that's, speed and feed's pretty quick. And I was like, oh, well, give me a bit of confidence to be like, well, if he can do it, so can I. And learning from the mistakes. Don't beat yourself up about it. Everyone's going to make mistakes. But don't be scared of anyone on site. Everyone started where you were. Like everyone was thinking they want to come into it. And now where everyone is, they've got to where they are from learning from everything. And everyone's really nice. Like everyone's just happy. Everyone wants to be a team player. So,
Exactly.
definitely come in being a team player and just rock up being that bright shining star. Be a smile on your face. See someone down, sit there and have a chat with them and crack a laugh, and banner is everything. And morale too.
Oh, definitely.
And always pay cake if you make a mistake or you start on a new team.
That's probably the best advice out of all that.
Biscoff cheesecake's probably the best.
Oh, yum.
I brought a couple of them in.
That's awesome, Hannah. It's been so cool catching up with you finally. Thank you so much for joining us.
I know, it was such a privilege. When you asked me, I was like, hell yeah. This is like a dream come true.
Oh, I love it. It's awesome. It's so cool meeting so many really passionate young people in the industry who are curious and want to know more and just genuinely want to do their bit and be better. It's awesome.
That's it. Like, it's just good to be a part of the team and just like don't stop. Just keep learning. Learning. And one thing, as soon as you finish your trade, there's always more out there. Like there's always more work. If you're there's so many jobs in a pit that like we learned at the Teach Her event. Like that was insane. That blew me away, and being able to listen to everyone there was, it was very, very good. But there's just so much opportunity, and take it whilst you can.
That's it. A ridiculous amount of opportunity for any skill level that you have. You don't have to be the smart maths kid.
Exactly right. Like, I remember my tape teacher, math teacher at high school, and he said to me, what was it? Oh, you want to be a machinist? And I said, yeah, mate. And I was acting up in class, so I did deserve what he said. And he was like, you won't with the grades you're gonna get. You need to pull your head in. And I did. After that, I pulled my head in, and I was like, you're right, mate. Like, I've got to be respectful here. And I'm grateful that I did it, because I wouldn't be where I am today without it. So. Yeah.
I can almost imagine which maths teacher that would have been. Do you remember his name?
Yeah, Mr. Bowyer.
Yeah.
The moustache.
He would have definitely said that.
Yeah. But he was an absolute legend after that. Like, he flipped my switch, and I was like, righto, and he was like, righto, hen, and started giving me the sin cos tan, and
and here we are.
Running my own business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Hannah, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us for this episode of Digging Deeper with At the Coalface. You can download more episodes of the podcast on all your favourite podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on YouTube, Amazon Music, all the usual places. Make sure you leave us a rating and a review. We'd love to hear what you thought. And if you do have a story idea or something you'd like us to talk about on the podcast, please send me an email, jess@thecoalface.net.au. I'd love to hear from you, and we'll be back next time for another episode of Digging Deeper with At the Coalface.